I'll just be quick, I promise. What I think is the concern for being safe does not come in anywhere has anything to do with a woman being your property, because I don't think any person can be anyone's property. Doesn't matter if they're a woman or a male.
She never had a transatlantic slave trade?
No, I didn't say it didn't happen. I'm just saying it shouldn't. Like, that's not how people work. Like, you can't own a person.
You
like,
can. You're literally lying. You can own a person.
If you're talking about like sex trafficking and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like in a normal society, like you said, it's a hypothetical.
No, it's not hypothetical.
No, right? No, we're talking about relationships. We're not talking about sex trafficking. We're talking about relationships.
How in modern day society can you legally own someone? Like, that's just like a genuine question.
Let's let Germany finish real quick with everything done.
You cannot, I don't think I can own you. You cannot own me. I owe you. You don't own me, but I owe you a certain type of respect in a relationship.
Yeah.
But that goes both ways. So it has nothing to do with you being my leader or me being submissive, because I just want to make this point very clear. If my man says, hey, it's like you said, it's 10 p.m. in Mumbai, I don't want you going to the store around the corner. He's not telling me you're not allowed. He's telling me I'm concerned for you. Yeah. And me as a like normal person, I will say, okay.
But how do you feel about asking for permission?
I will actually listen to what you're saying, and because I respect him, I will say, hey, I understand your concern, and I will be here. But saying you're not allowed or asking for permission, that's just childish. You're not my dad. You're not my legal guardian, and you also you do not.
He is your legal guardian, but
no, he's not. How is he my legal guardian?
Well, if it's your husband, that is your legal guardian.
But we're talking about relationships in general. He's not my legal guardian.
Do you expect him to come and help?
Excuse me, again?
If something's happening, do you expect him to come and help?
If something happens to me around the corner,
if you say, hey, Marquette, I'd like to go out on Diwali, it's 10 p.m., and I said, probably shouldn't. And you say, okay, I'm going to go anyways. As an adult, I feel like I should go. And then you go out, and within, I see you walk out on the balcony, and I see something happening to you. Do you expect me to come down and help you?
I do expect you to come down and back me up. I want to make a really quick...
Back her up?
Wait,
she like, look, I'm going to shoot the fade. Just stay right there in case I fall, hit the ground, then you jump in. Damn, that was crazy.
Well, I think that's
because I'm going to defend my own honor, and I'm going to like make people respect me for who I am, not for someone standing behind me. And I just make like a...
She is.
I promise I'm going to be real quick. I promise. Because I was disrespected last time I was out with my boyfriend. We were out in a group. I had my guy friends and my boyfriend. We were walking, and some guy screamed some disgusting shit at me from over the street, even though all the guys were with me. And I went up to him and I told him, yo, that's disrespectful. Don't talk to me like that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And
you still with your guy?
My boyfriend was in there.
I'm really asking. No, I'm really asking a real question. Because there's no way in hell I'm out with some guys and I still got to defend myself. Period. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I had to.
Go off, queen.
So it was one time I was with a slew of guys, but it was also
niggas.
But it also was like it was a work dinner or whatever. So I be around a lot of professional people that have stuff to lose. So in that aspect, the location that we were, it was like they all were minorities. The police just want to fuck with them, okay? So in that way, it's like, damn, I'm a female. Do I prefer... they didn't even allow me to say anything. But the fact that the dude was still coming at them and I got fed up, I did, however, put my hand on the man.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's like...
But it's like a woman shouldn't do that because I could have got my ass beat. But those guys stopped it multiple times. Those guys did what they were supposed to do. There's no way in hell I'm going to have my man right there. At that moment, you're a pussy.
Talk, sis.
You're a pussy.
Talk,
no
sis.
man ever. And for all women, don't ever allow your man to sit there and let you feel humiliated or be disrespected. Like, no, that's not a man. That's a little boy. He's scared like that. I'm sorry, that just pissed me off.
Yeah, listen. If you don't want to defend yourself because you're emotional damage, and you'd rather have men speak for you because you don't have your own voice, that's on you. But don't.
No,
after this entire podcast, have you not realized that men don't really respect the word of a woman as opposed to the word of a man?
I don't care.
And that's just how society is.
But good. If that's how you want to view society, and like
it's the truth.
It's the truth.
But I don't care. But like that's good for
okay. So you're living in Delulu land.
No logic. No logic.
Look, listen.
See, and this is the problem. This is the discrepancy with women. I'm speaking from logic. This is how society is.
Because you're so different from other women, but you're a woman. You can't speak from
logic.
What are you talking about?
Girl, you're coming at me saying...
Be fucking for real.
Girl, you're coming at me saying dumb shit like,
Dumb shit, bitch. You're the one talking from emotion.
Girl, I'm telling you a story and you're mad that I defend myself because
no, we're not mad that you didn't finish yourself. I'm saying that's a good thing that you didn't finish yourself. But however, going forward, I'm letting you know maybe you need to look at your relationship. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Because I can tell that you're very loving.
That's all.
I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Wait, is this a 2 versus 1?
She's dissing you. Don't take that from her.
I'm not dissing her.
Yo, Fresh. She boxes, right? She boxes,
box her
Fresh.
real quick, man.
Yeah, boxes.
Bro, I don't take the shit like that personally.
Bro, you got it, bro.
Oh, yeah, box.
Go, bro. You got it, bro.
May I ask you an honest question?
Yeah, of course you can.
If Fresh wanted to overcome you physically, do you think you could stop him from overcoming you physically?
Submissing you like in a wrestling kind of way?
Like if he wanted to take that coochie, do you think that you could stop him?
I would never.
Fresh, come on.
I would never.
Dang, she said. This one right here.
No, I'm thinking. Like, I'm seriously thinking. Like, if he's really going
now
at
forget about him. Do you think you could stop me?
Difficult.
Okay.
Difficult.
Right. Now, damn.
I'm sorry. That was not that personal. I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
God, Lord. Okay, all right, cool.
You look strong as hell, man. Okay, it was
God,
nothing personal.
Lord. She's like, I think I got a shot. So you're saying there's a chance. Lord.
I would never so.
But you argue with her and she does boxing, so you understand the mentality. It's just a little bit different.
So?
Yeah, I have
of course she can stand up for herself.
So?
It's not like everyone does it, recently.
She will lose Russia.
Recently, so I was.
If he dies.
She will lose Russia.
I think the whole.
She has no money.
Guys, I think this all started because we're talking about, if you want a man that's going to protect you, right? This all started with the location, right? I'm keeping track of the conversation. Yeah. I'm saying if a woman wants a man that's going to protect her, she needs to relinquish some of that liberty to the man. That's how it goes. If you want security, you have to give up liberty. That's just the way it goes.
That's true.
They cannot both agree they cannot both exist at the highest level. One has to succumb to the other for the other one to exist at a higher degree. So I get it. You're saying, oh, well, I can stand up for myself, whatever. Well, you're lucky that the guy didn't just punch you right in the face right then and there.
Right.
And then you would have put and here's the other thing, too. Because women don't think of consequences a lot of times because you guys live life on easy mode. If he punched you in the face, guess what happens? Now your boyfriend has to step in and get into a physical confrontation where he might not have a tactical advantage. And this is what I mean when I say women don't understand violence appropriately. Women don't understand the concept of monopoly of violence. They don't understand these things. I get it. You're a boxer, but that's within the confinements of a boxing ring with rules where there's a referee. But when it comes to a street fight, it could be really bad. And now guess what? You want to go in there and step up like, don't talk to me like that. Bang! Hits you in the face. You're on the floor. Now your guy's got to come in and deal with that dude. He doesn't know who else is there. He doesn't know what else is going on. Now he might get stabbed or he might get jumped or killed because he had to defend the honor of his lady who didn't know how to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get with that. I know what you mean, and I would never put another person in danger because
you did though.
No.
Also, in certain states, you can go to jail for if your hands are registered. Just to let you know that too. So it's not just about anything about first to God. Just FYI, because you are in America, if your hands are registered, you don't want nobody to really know that what you do because you can go to jail.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make clear that
protection from a man.
Just keep chatting.
Hey, if you want a protection from a man, girl, if you can protect yourself and you need a man to look after you, then obviously he's gonna
all
need your
need protection.
Of course.
Okay, so and this is what I'm trying to say to you. I want to make it clear.
Wait, that's a lie. You're with a guy that's 115 kilos, right?
He's soft though. He's gummy bear. He big
so
gummy bear.
What are you lying about? You actually do want protection. That's why you picked him.
No, I'm not.
She picked him because she can control him.
He knows this. That's why I'm not worried him seeing this. He knows it. He's not my physical type. So I'm actually into, or at least my history has always been more
black
slimmer,
guys.
the skinny guys.
So why'd you pick him then?
Because he has a really good heart. He's a very kind person.
She can control him, that's why.
I know you're not going to believe it.
She's leading that interaction, and he just follows her.
He's 21 too. She's older.
I'm telling you, bro.
You were saying something, Kiana?
She's the man in the relationship.
Ashley.
You were saying something, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, I was just saying, I want you to understand, I don't have, it wasn't a personal vendetta or anything against you. It's just, I feel like your logic, it's kind of like a dreamland, right? Where, I can say something to a man and he'll respect it. But realistically, yeah, he could pop you in the face if you're by yourself and there's absolutely nothing you could do. So you can choose to live in, a delusional land where your word actually genuinely means something to another man that sincerely views you as an object.
Right.
Or, a piece of meat on the street. But ultimately, he won't respect your word. He'll respect the word of another man, most likely.
Because it's backed up through violence. That's the difference. There's a reason why people
As
don't want
a
to war
woman,
with
you
the
don't
United
seem
States.
like a threat.
We have nuclear weapons, right? If someone attacks us, there's consequences where we can nuke them into oblivion. People only respect you when they fear you.
That's
For
not
respect to
true.
exist, fear must exist. What's not true?
I
That's
don't
not
think
true?
people. No, I don't think people respect you only when they fear you, because I respect everyone on this table, because that's the kind. Because I think this.
How about this? People comply when they fear you. People comply when they fear you.
You
Either
mean
they
they do
comply
what you say.
voluntarily or you make them comply.
You mean they do what you say? That's what you mean by comply.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, okay, but
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that's obvious. So.
Okay, I really
but
did have a
respect-
question.
But
And
I
complying
respect
is
people.
respecting.
No, I don't think I can respect you and not comply with the things you do.
Complying is the highest level of respect because it doesn't matter how you feel about it. You're complying.
No, complying is a part of respect when, like you said, when there's a hierarchy going on. But if I say I step in a room and I meet someone completely new, there's no hierarchy. Like, we're not in a work environment or anything like that. And you're introducing yourself to me. Me respecting you says a lot about me and not about you. I don't owe you respect because you're who you
Only
are.
women. That's a female
Yes,
mindset. That's
yes, it
bro.
is.
That literally,
Yes, it is.
yo.
Yeah.
When two men meet each other, they shake hands. What do you do for a living? I do this. I do that.
Yes.
Automatically, there's a hierarchy established. Men and women are very different. You just proved it right there.
Hell, just
That's
based
like-
on
that's okay.
posture,
But that's
there's a
okay.
hierarchy.
That is
Like, why
toxic,
is
by the
that
way.
bad?
No, that's fine. That's
toxic.
fine. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, women don't have
Why
an
is it
appropriate
toxic?
concept on violence and hierarchy. That's why you were so comfortable with, like, I'm gonna go up to this guy and give him a piece of my
Right,
mind
and talk crazy. Right.
When in reality, he could have just hit you one time. You're
Correct.
done. Now your boyfriend's on the hook to defend you,
Correct.
and you put him in a really bad spot.
But he wasn't.
Right, because he's
Didn't you
soft.
say he was there?
He's soft
Yeah,
and
he said,
sweet
but
like
he
a
didn't
gummy
do
bear.
anything.
But you're also lucky that the
Yo.
man didn't put hands on you, because had he put hands on you, then it would have been a whole different situation. It's really just dependent on the person that you're messing with.
Exactly, it's always a situation. It's always a situation.
them
That's
German
why I'm
boys
saying.
feminine
That's why
now.
I'm saying. Like, for me, I don't want a man. I don't want.
And
okay,
same,
I don't
and
want
sorry,
a man
same,
protecting
same
you.
with
I don't say
rejection
you
as
all
well. If
can
you're gonna
do that.
reject a man as a woman, we've all understood it's literally girl code that honestly you have to reject a man politely, because men sometimes don't take rejection
that's-
very well, and
hey,
they're
I'm
fucking
not-
crazy sometimes.
I'm
So
not disagreeing with that at all.
you have to soften yourself as a woman, to be honest, when you speak to men that you don't know.
Yes.
You
but-
don't know what they're capable of, especially if there's not another man around.
Yeah, but I don't let people disrespect me nonetheless. So I agree with
Shit,
everything you
gangsters
say.
like, yeah,
No,
but
everything
niggas don't
you say is
disrespect
absolutely
me,
correct.
B.
And there's
Being a
ways to
man
defend
in
yourself,
company
but
is
not
very
to come
dangerous.
off harsh. There's ways to defend yourself and not be
Yes.
harsh, because you have to also be fearful of the man's ego. You don't know this man.
But
This is
why,
sad, man.
Yeah,
why,
B,
like,
but
wait,
I
can I
knocked
say
that
something?
nigga
Yeah,
out,
no,
though,
that's
B.
fine, that's fine,
Toxic
that's okay,
rhetoric
it's okay.
to
It's
tell
okay.
women to go defend themselves. When in reality speaking, they should
She
never
said
do
it
that.
doesn't
They
make sense
can't.
because earlier
I
she
mean,
said
if women
fight a guy.
could defend themselves, RAPE would not be the biggest issue, the biggest women's issue.
Yeah.
And no
Can I say
offense,
something?
They
if you
can't
wrestle
defend
arm
themselves.
wrestle, you would lose in 2 seconds.
Of course I'd lose in 2 seconds. But
So his point earlier, you talking about me.
Like just the
Can't
fact
be
that
seen,
you were
dog.
thinking
but
was
our wrestling
amazing.
is different,
Like it was.
bro, that you cannot compare, I think.
No, that's like
What would you
very
say?
small compared
Yeah.
to
Anyway,
the
what I
real
was
thing.
gonna say-
Yeah.
But
yeah, go ahead.
okay.
is that like I respect myself a lot, or I really respect myself, but like if a guy is yelling at me, I'm not gonna risk like hurting myself just to prove my point.
Yeah.
Like 100% I'm leaving, or if I'm in a relationship where I have somebody like, and that's not me saying that like I don't respect myself as a person, or I wouldn't not respect any of
But
you
yeah,
guys
it's
for
just
walking away,
understanding
but
the
I'm not
discrepancy
gonna
between
get
men and
fucked up
women.
because I need to prove my point. Like
Yeah.
that's not worth it
What
to me.
about you? I know you said you would date a bisexual guy.
I would.
Yeah. So
She was half asleep.
would you feel? Get her some more coke. Would you feel? Say you're out and you're with your guy, and then another guy who's a douchebag shows up and he starts being rude and impolite. Would you feel like your bisexual guy should defend you, or you should speak up yourself?
I mean, it kind of depends on the situation. I always, in my first defense, I always try and stick up for myself. But if the guy who's I'm having like a problem with defense is like very violent, then obviously I would step back. And I think that if you are dating a man who's bisexual, I feel like that doesn't take away from his ability. In biology,
Sure. Biologically speaking, he
men
should
are
still be able to.
men are still gonna be able to be stronger than me.
Right,
So he could still
right.
take care of that because it doesn't make him any less of a man. physically.
Physically, that's correct.
I disagree, but.
Do you feel like you'd probably have a weaker protector in a bisexual male versus a heterosexual male?
No, but that's just my opinion.
I guess the one advantage of a bisexual male versus a heterosexual male, if like a guy shows up and tries to rape you and your bisexual male like comes out of the bushes, he's like, Uno reverse card. So that's pretty cool. But I'd be curious, do any of the other ladies think that like a bisexual guy is as good a protector as a heterosexual guy?
I think that's truly just subjective and on the person, because there's more masculine bisexual men and then there's more feminine bisexual. Same thing with women, lesbian women. One tends to either take on the character of the man, whereas the other one takes on the character of the woman. So it's truly just dependent on the person. I don't think you can make like a general categorization.
Obviously, I'm not going to depend on like a guy who is like, I'm obviously not going to depend on a bisexual guy that's like very, very, very feminine. But I'm saying if he's not very feminine and is masculine, obviously I know that he still has a better chance than me to like.
He has a better chance. Yeah, I just find it amazing that we've broken down the true definition of what a man is, such that we believe a guy who behaves in the capacity of a woman with another man is going to be aggressive enough of an animal to properly dispatch another aggressive animal. Like, that's what I find strange.
And at the end of the day, though, that is like a subjective thing. It's really just dependent on the person.
Well, we're talking about
but when it
behaviors.
comes down to like biology, yes, the man would be stronger. He is in more of a position to protect you.
Yeah, you should let him go protect you for sure. Like, yes,
I personally, I haven't been with a bisexual man, so I don't know.
But you would be.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would not.
Because the thing that I find, like, people are forgetting that like to fight is a behavior.
Yeah.
To get into a fist fight is behavior, and to be aggressive gives you the advantage.
Well, then that's when you have to dive into like the psychology of even being gay in the first place.
Right. These are not the persons who are most inclined to be the aggressive male. These are more effeminate males.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I find it strange that we're pretending as though like it's the same thing. Like, oh yeah, like a gay guy and a straight guy, like this same kind of guy.
I feel like
Only difference is like
different.
one guy likes a little bit of chocolate on his stick.
Well, I don't think that's exactly correct, because my uncle is gay.
Your uncle's gay?
And he's married to a man, and he was still very masculine. It could still fuck up anyone.
Okay.
Like, he is very masculine
but gay.
But that doesn't make him any less of a man.
I feel like closeted gay people can be very aggressive and very angry. So I mean,
you feel like that?
No,
okay.
like it's seen, like, especially people who are like, they can't be themselves. They'll be very angry. So I don't agree with the fact that gay men can be like less like scary.
If you look at Luca Magnotta, he's a serial killer, Canadian serial killer. He probably did the most like fucked up crimes to other men.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's subjective. It really is just dependent on the person.
Was he beating them up, or was he utilizing techniques like Jeffrey Dahmer, who was also homosexual? And you'll find John Wayne Gacy, ironic name, was also homosexual.
Yeah.
And what you're finding consistently is that LGBTQ folks have mental illness issues, and that's why you find that they're the ones who do these things, but they don't do it through like, okay, I meet you and engage in mutual combat.
Yeah.
That's not how they end up catching these bodies.
If you look at Richard Ramirez, he actually did like physically attack his victims, and he was also gay.
And that would be an outlier.
That would be an outlier.
Because most of the gay guys you see are at Starbucks.
I don't think Richard Ramirez was gay.
Richard Ramirez was gay.
The Night Stalker?
Yeah, the Night Stalker. I swear to God, he was gay.
How? How do you know he was gay?
How do you know he was gay?
Oh my God, am I tripping out?
You probably
you got him confused with Gacy or Dahmer, probably.
Yeah, it's probably the Molly. But most of the gay guys you see are the dude named Elton working at Starbucks. Like, you ordered a mocha latte. You ordered a mocha latte. Okay, that's okay. What'd you say your name was? Pixie? Oh, that's cute. Like, that's the gay guy, right? So it's like, why are we pretending? That's a stereotype.
But I feel like all of this is like opinion based. Like, unless we actually pull up statistics, there's no real answer.
No, you're right. But what I'm asking you is based on living on the planet Earth, of the homosexuals you've encountered it. Like, are you acting like they're like going to be able to contend with us?
Oh no, they're like,
average?
oh my God.
Right. I mean, like why are we pretending? This is the problem.
What are we arguing?
We keep pretending like we don't know what is real and clear in the world. Most gay guys are effeminate. Most gay guys also tend to be skinnier than heterosexual males.
I actually find that gay men try to take care of themselves more. They tend to have nicer bodies.
Yeah, and they also like to be more so resembling women. They tend to be thinner.
It's really dependent.
Yeah,
it is dependent.
But we're saying them as compared to heterosexual men.
Yes, if we talk about percentage, right?
I feel like
it's a higher percentage.
I feel like percentage-wise, honestly, this is just like a rough like guess, but I'd say maybe like 65 to 70% of gay men do present themselves as more female, but there is that like 30%.
The majority, right?
Yeah, the majority, but I do say that there's that 30% that presents themselves masculine still.
I'm gonna let go of this topic. I think it's strange that we're pretending as though the gay male who is effeminate is as worthy a protector. And I think like this is the same kind of delusion that you would experience when she thinks that she's going to be able to, handle Fresh trying to overcome her. Like, and it doesn't even matter if he's like fast or strong. Like, it's just like the weight difference alone.
So the reason